Well, this is what looks left of that big hole that was at the end of the house. And I'm going to let my editor-in-chief, my wife, is going to kind of point things out as we go along. And I'm going to try to make this as brief as possible. You can go ahead and get my face, it don't matter. We're down in the ground here approximately. Where the dirt level at would be about 6 foot. And the tunnel here comes in under it about, actually a little less than 5. We have 6 by 6 timbers on this thing to build this. Inside and out is 6 by 6 timber. And all in all, where I had this big ditch dug going around through here and back into here, that part's been covered. It will have to be landscaped, put grass on it, and if grass don't grow, crap, I'll throw white rocks on it or something. But I've never seen a tornado dig a hole. I have seen them pull up trees and roots, but they've always left the dirt. But right here, we're going to come in under here and going back about 10 foot on the porch, the existing porch, and cut out a stairwell. We're bringing those stringers right down through here. And when we bring them stringers right down through here, then that's where the steps you can get to. If it's a tornado coming and you're in the house, you see it on television or whatever, you can run down these steps and get back in there. On the inside back there, I will have a door made out of 6 by 6s, and of course I'll frame the thing where it will hold the weight, and it will close up easily, but it's going to open to the inside, and it will not open to the outside, because tornadoes use suction, from what I've heard all my life. And what they do is they make something implode rather than explode. And of course, most of the time they blow it away before it ever gets there. I've got some more of these 6 by 6s by 12, and I'll give you a reminder on these things. They don't come cheap, so I'm not going to say any of this stuff to make it look like I've got a lot of money in it. But I'm going to put 6 by 6s by 12 again, or 6 by 6s, and I'm going to come out here to a certain point, probably here. And at this point here, then that will leave me a narrower doorway to get into to go into this. But I figure that since they say if there's a tornado coming to lay flat in a ditch, I figure if I get inside this thing here, I'm in a ditch because dirt's going to be over me if we roof this thing on out. Now what I have left is 4 of these things 12 foot long, and at $35 each, you have to be real wise on your cuts and what you do with them. But I want to make it to where she is covered, my wife is covered, because she had a little problem walking, but I want to make sure she is covered where she comes down and goes into what I'll call my bunker, or as some say, my man cave. But as you can see up on the top, if she'll shine it that way, I've got dirt already on it up to a point. It's not landscaped by any way. I intend to taper that dirt to where that all the water that falls and hits this thing is going to go that direction. And as it goes off in that direction, excuse the hack, but I got bronchitis and all the dust and stuff I've been in the last few days has really messed up. I figured if I bring them 6 by 6s to here, dig this a little bit off right here, and then maybe wall this up here. More than likely, I'll wall it up as the stairwell comes down and wall that up so it should be in safety as she comes down as much as feasibly possible. And then this project will be done except for all of the whatever. I'm trying to figure, I think what I'm going to do is come so far in here and then drop down one 6 by 6 to the next spot like you see on some of these trails and these forestry places. And then I'm going to drop down and be on ground level to run into here. Now inside, you have to pick your feet up 11.5 inches at the minimum to get over the 2 6 by 6s. But I've got the bottom. The purpose for 2 at the bottom is in case we get water starts standing in here and wants to flood that way, it won't be able to enter into the shelter. Now this shelter could be bought, could be made. I've got my son and another fellow did this. They put this whole thing together in 2 days. But now they worked real hard, and they had everything they had to have to work with. You had an impact wrench, you got a drill for drilling for the countersink, everything, and the levels to make sure things were leveled up. They had to chip out some on a concrete pad. And are you taking a good look at what you're doing right there, my little editor-in-chief? And but when it gets further along, I will take a picture later and film some video later of another time. Okay, hit the red button, baby. That stopped. Okay. It's good enough. Now I want you to take this thing back in.